guys, well, as promised, I finally got the motor drive belts for the Hendey. You can see the motor drive system. It's these couple of belts I've been waiting for. I couldn't do anything with, but the motor is on. It's all bolted up, as you can see. I have the motor just clamped down. It's connected to my Vector VFD lens drive. That was connected to the Colchester. I added a little box. This is a control box. This actually turns the lathe on and off. This switch is a very high cycle switch. It's a 70,000 cycle switch, and I put in a 10-turn spectral 2.5K precision pot to control the speed up and down. So everything is hooked up. I oiled it all up. I cleaned this chuck up. This chuck has seen better days. I'm not sure if it's an original chuck that came with the machine. In the early 1900s, it says South Bend company on it, but it was manufactured by, let's see if I can even see this. It says something about Skinner Chuck Company for South Bend. So I cleaned it up. It's beat up, but I have other chucks that I'm going to turn some threads for a back plate for other size chucks to fit on this. It's an oddball spindle. It's a 2 1/4 6 threads per inch deal, but I've turned some stuff already with it. Wonderful. This lathe is going to be a good lathe. I think I'll be very happy with it. There's some other interesting. There's a cross. There's a little hook that's supposed to screw into here and come up and catch here, so you can actually turn the scale, the vernier, to adjust the cross. It's a cross depth stop. Hendey put that on there. There's a bunch of other features. I had to make a jib for the compound. The jib that was originally came with it was broken in 3 parts, so I made an aluminum jib just to get it on there, to get it going. That was quite interesting. I don't have surface grinder or anything like that to get it exactly right, but it works fine. It's smooth. It's very smooth, and it's tight, and the aluminum's soft, so if there's anything, it'll wear in and not wear any other parts except for the jib itself. But so it's basically back together, and you can see, let's see, I'm sitting down. It's really hot here today. It's somewhere in the very upper 80s and humid, and I wanted to get it up, get it going, get familiar with the lathe, and I wanted to show this, the badge that I did, a solid copper. It's very legible, readable now. I can see all the threads and feeds with all of that, and I'm going to need a new drive belt, and I need a pulley. It's anything over like 5 inches. The spindle size, the hole size with the key is 1 inch. So if anybody out there has a pulley that is 1 inch bore with a key, or just a plain 1 inch bore, I could make it work. I'll make it work. I need some help. I did take it apart, and I was going to use this part. Actually, this is it's It's made of paper and put together and compressed. I took this out, and I was going to use that to make another pulley, but that didn't happen, so I put it back together, and it is functional until I can get something else. So if you have something that will work, contact me. Need some money, a couple dollars. Don't have a lot of money, but if you got something laying, you just want to get rid of it, I could sure use it. So it is functional. This is I forgot what you call it, a company called Turner. It's 4 speeds that you adjust, so there's no adjustment, no need to change the pulleys here, just up here. And of course you can use the back gear to really slow this thing down, but so far I'm pretty happy with it. It turned some steel real nice, real easy, beautiful, like butter. I will do more videos on showing the lathe. I got to, like I said, I got to turn some. I got to bore out a couple of back plates and internal thread them to fit my spindle. And then, because this chuck is not. It's working, but it's really beat up, and I can clearly see that the jaws are not grabbing. So it's possible that these little Acme screws are wore, the jaws are wore, or the jaw faces are wore. It's just wore out, but it's working until I can get something going. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start the lathe up. I don't know what speed it's in, but I just flip this switch. It's on. My fluorescents don't like the VFD drive. It drives them crazy. But as you can see, it's working. I've got the dial turned all the way down. This is a 10-turn pot, which gives you lots of adjustability. And you can turn it all the way up. You can see that pulley. I need a pulley. And all the way back down. Plus, I adjusted the drive to so when you actually power it down or shut the switch off, it applies some brake, so it'll stop right away if need be, which is a nice feature. Now you can go change the gear. That's slower. I believe, yeah, that's slower. That's me turning the pot all the way up and down. And turn it all the way back down. Shut it off. Put this in neutral and then put this in. This is high gear. This is the fastest this lathe will go. I'm hoping to get a larger diameter pulley to match this, so it's kind of a 1-to-1. 8 to 12 inches probably would work for this, and it'll give me more speed. I think the bearings will be able to handle it. So here we go. This is all the way up. It's running. Nothing is exactly the way I want it. That's wobbling, and until I can get a different pulley. Look, you can really see it, yeah. So I get a different pulley, I'll be running at slower speeds and getting what I need done. But yeah, it stops right away. So let's See if we can get this to go in back gear. Let's see how slow we can get this to go. Put this slow. The slowest setting. This is, well, the drive's running at about 19 cycles. I don't want to turn it all the way down. Pot is all the way down. This thing is turning at very slow RPM. Very, very slow. Now I can turn the pot up. And we're still very slow RPM. But you really want to go slow to do some interesting work. You can get this thing to turn at a crawl. That's pretty cool. And so everything, I guess I'll show some other features that that are somewhat pertinent just to the Hendey lathe. Here's your reversing lever. You see the lead screw is not moving. If you put the lever up, it's up in the up position. It is moving very slowly. Neutral, and then put it down, it will turn the other way. Now, this is great. Put it in neutral. Let's engage the half nuts. The half nuts are now engaged. And you can see that the hand wheel is turning. And it's, what are we at? 32 threads per inch. So the half nuts are engaged. It's feeding in that direction. When you come up to a shoulder, you can just put this in neutral. It will stop, dead stop, right where you stop it. Turn this out, pull it out of the cut, pull it up to reverse it, and it will return it without disengaging the half nut. Okay, say you're back at the beginning of the cut, put this in neutral, bring that back to 0, dial in some compound, and then whenever you're ready, just pull down on the lever, push down on the lever, and it will start threading again. When you're done, you're coming up to a shoulder or something, and you want to stop it, just put it neutral. It will stop right then and there. There's no reason to disengage the half nuts. You've got a long thread or something, maybe. But still learning how to use it. There's some interesting aspects to it. I've got to finish a couple of things. Need to make a little grub screw for the dial and the compound. I made one for, oh, here we go. I made one for the cross. I'm going to make one for the compound and a couple of other things that I need to do. But she's running. Looks good. Trying to get further back so you can see some things here. Yeah, let's see. Here. See if it'll focus on that. Nope. Probably too far. But yeah. So she's running. Everything is smooth, oiled up. I'm happy that it's actually functional. It can get noisy when you turn everything up and go full out with it, but I think a lot of the noise is the drive system, getting that belt and getting the pulley and getting it back to the way it's supposed to be. I think it'll quiet down. I think this lathe will serve me very well. I like it a lot, actually. As you can see, this is where the coal chester was. I did sell my lathe and paid some bills. Been working on this, been working on trying to find a job. So finally we got her working back again. It's probably been a very long time since this lathe's turned anything, and I'm finally happy that it's basically done. I have a few little things to do, but it's basically done. It's functional, and that's it. Got to get a couple of things. I need some MT3 tooling for the tailstock. Some larger drills would be nice, and got to get a drill chuck and some other things. I'm really not worried about that right now. My main thing is to get a new pulley coming off the gearbox up there and get that done. Possibly get a new drive belt, and then get these other chucks so they're functional, so I can use them on the lathe. But this is my update. I hope to do more videos if I have some time, and do some editing, which I don't have anything to do that with. But I wanted to get this done and out there so people can see what I've been doing. It's been a long time, and she's finally come to fruition and is useful, and will be a fantastic little lathe. Alright guys, until next time, thanks for watching.